What is going on, my YouTube friends, my Patreon friends, Linkin Park friends? What's going on, everybody? I've been getting down on this Two-Face song. I thought it was fantastic. I just thought it was a great song, just all in all. I haven't listened to the whole record yet. I'm thinking about doing like a whole thing, listening to it all. It's only like half an hour or something like that, and doing like a review. I'd like to do it live, but these videos keep getting like restricted in some countries internationally. So I just don't want to get like my YouTube channel in trouble. But let me know if y'all want, like, if y'all want to hang out on like a Twitch stream and watch it together, or if you just want me to watch it and give my feedback and thoughts and reactions to the ones that it'll let me post. I can do whichever. But let me know, man. I saw there was a live one came out a couple weeks ago. I want to say, let's see, 12 days ago. That's not too bad. And I had to jump on it, y'all. Like, for those of you that are new to the channel, I've been a live sound guy. Like, I'm in my 17th year of live audio. I've been more so focused on like studio stuff for the last 2-3 years. But like live is where my home is. Like I always describe myself as a musician that plays the soundboard instead of like a guitar. I feel more comfortable behind a console than I do in any other situation. Even as just like as a concert goer, like I still feel more comfortable behind a console. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've been doing it for like half my life. But anyways, so I'm gonna have the link to this video, the Linkin Park video, in the description box, y'all. I would love if y'all are giving Linkin Park another stream, another view. Let me pull this up for y'all to see, and let's check this out.
Would you guys like to hear a new song? Something off the new album? Something we haven't played yet?
I think this is the time to do it.
Whatever that like sample is all low like that is wild. I wonder what that is. Can't remember if that was on the record.
This is the time to do it.
Great riff.
3, 2, 1, let's go, yo!
I like how Mike looks over at Emily like, God damn. Let's go right to the top of that. She's got a cool scream though. Real cool scream.
3, 2, 1, let's go, yo! Last time I was hanging by a thread, trying to say I'm not, but I'm in it over my head. That's when I figured out where it led, beginning to realize that you put me over the edge. The truth's not rigid, your rules aren't fair. Your dark's too vivid, the light's not there. I start to give in, but I can't bear to put it all behind. I run into it blind like Two-Face, caught in the middle, caught in the middle, too late, counting to zero, counting to zero. You should have recognized it's too late for choosing side. Two-Face, caught in the middle, caught in the middle. Last time.
Killer harmonies, man. Her and Mike actually sound really good together. I don't know. I think this is one of the, well, a lot of us watched a bit of that live stream and it wasn't perfect, right? But this is like a really cool mix, man. Like, I'm really noticing the snare drum and how it stands out against the vocal. It's quite a bit lower than like just where their voices sit, right? Because that's always the battle. Like, Bobby Huff just did a really cool video about Mutt Lang snares, and normally a drummer's looking for a snare drum that like cracks and pops, and the problem with that is it like sits in the same register as like your voice is kind of like audible, right? Like in that like kind of 2K, 2.5, 2.2 area. And if you overcrowd that kind of spectrum, that harmonic information, then you start losing clarity in the vocal, right? So it sounds like this snare is actually like pitched lower. It's like a lower, fatter snare. It's still got that crack. He's still hitting the crap out of it, but it stays out of the way of the vocal. Like, you can follow both very easily, right? And it feels like that vocal just dances right on top of it, and it's letting us hear Shinoda's dope harmonies. He did a good job of those harmonies there, right? Excuse me. What else? What else? What else? I think it's not Brad playing guitar anymore, right? I can't remember the gentleman's name. I think they're using multiple guitar amps. Now, there's a few ways you can accomplish this in modern music. Like you can have Cat 5, Cat 6 cables run through your pedal boards, and it like goes along with your timeline. So I'm assuming, because I think they use tracks to an extent, I'm assuming that they're like at least on a click track. So you can have like in your show file, like say, I don't know if this is like the third song, say if it's like 42 and a half minutes in, at 42 and a half or like 42, 32, let's say, it changes from clean guitar to dirty guitar. You can have your pedal board synced up to that and it'll change for you. But I think that they're actually using multiple guitar amps, because when the riff dropped out, we had like a really high, like diesel-y sounding guitar amp versus the like Mesa sound that we had before, and it actually sounded like it was off to the right there a little bit. So I'm assuming that they're actually using multiple guitar amps to get the tone that they want, and that would make a ton of sense. Like Tremonti, I think, uses like 3 or 4. Danny from The Warning has at least 3, maybe 4 channels with their Kemper. Like it's a modern thing. That's something that they do. I just think that we're actually getting like an example of it here, right?
The truth's not rigid, your rules aren't fair. Your dark's too vivid, the light's not there. I start to give in, but I can't bear to put it all behind. I run into it blind like two-faced, caught in the middle. Caught in the middle, too late. Counting to zero. Counting to zero. You should have recognized it's too late for choosing side. Two-faced, caught in the middle. Caught in the middle. Two-faced. Last time you told me it wasn't true, and pointing every finger at things that you didn't do.
See how fat that snare is?
I kept missing the clues and never realized that the one that did it was you. The truth's not rigid, your rules aren't fair. The dark's too vivid, light's not there. I start to give in, but I can't bear to put it all behind. I run into it blind like two-faced, caught in the middle. Caught in the middle, too late. Counting to zero. Counting to zero. You should have recognized it's too late for choosing side. Two-faced, caught in the middle. Caught in the middle. Two-faced.
Let's go.
Sao Paulo, question for you. Do you think we can see a pit? You think you could open up the pit right here?
Can't hear myself think. Can't hear myself think. I can't hear myself think. Stop yelling at me! I can't hear myself think. Yeah. Stop yelling at me! Stop yelling at me! Stop yelling at me! Two-faced, caught in the middle.
The heavy section, man. It was a heavy section. The guitar riff, though, the guitar and the bass riff is what does it for me, man. That makes me want to mosh more than a lot of other things, even just outside of this music. I'm not trying to talk down on anybody, but like that riff is nasty.
Stop yelling at me! Stop yelling at me! Two-faced, caught in the middle. Caught in the middle, too late. Counting to zero. Counting to zero. You should have recognized it's too late for choosing side. Two-faced, caught in the middle. 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 Two-faced.
Fire, man. You know what I like? You know, it's one thing I like, you know, in this, like in live, you don't hear it as often, but even like on the record, they don't have just like bass boom after bass boom and like all this like crazy modern extra stuff. And like I think that stuff's cool, like I do, in reverse snare drums and cymbals and all that stuff. Like I think it's cool. I just think it's like overdone in so much like modern rock, modern metal. And I'm glad that I just enjoy that they don't do that. Like it just feels very organic. I'm even sitting here thinking to myself a little bit, like I don't even know if they're using much for tracks. Like that just might be a DJ sample, like we had like the kind of room sound drum pattern there before the breakdown. That might be like as close to tracks as we get. I don't know if there's much else going on, y'all. Kind of felt like they had two guitar players, which you can accomplish by like offsetting. Like I said, if they use 2 or 3 or 4 guitar channels, we'll call them, like it could be guitar amps, could be digital profiles, could be a few things. If you're offsetting those in time, then it starts to feel like you have 2 guitar players. It's like they're on time, but it's just like milliseconds apart. That can give you the illusion or like the feeling of like having multiple guitar players. I was kind of getting a little bit of that, but I don't think it was a track. I don't think it was a guitar track. So it could just be all of them, man. Could be all of them, honestly. It very well could be. But I enjoyed this. I would love to be in one of these mosh pits one day. I think they're going on a world tour. I doubt they're coming anywhere near me in Canada here. But anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all hanging out. I'm going to have the link to this video in the description box, y'all. Please give Linkin Park another view, another stream. And we'll catch y'all on the next one.